Yo, I'm Brendan. I'm glad you're here. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly step-by-step how to take your money out of Acorns. First, I'll show you how to do it on your phone through the Acorns app, and then I'll show you how to withdraw from your desktop computer if that's more your speed. Follow along if you're ready to withdraw money right now. As we pull up the Acorns app, I realize there's a lot of different reasons why you might want to pull money out of Acorns. Maybe you're just sick of them and their monthly fee. Or maybe you're going to take that money and do something with it, like you're going to go buy your first house. Congratulations. Whatever it is, from medical expenses to Christmas gifts, I understand that there's a time and place that you need to do this. So whenever you first open Acorns, now they have their new snazzy black screen if you have the Mighty Oak card. And the process to get the money out is really the same whether you have that or not. So just click on Invest, and then it tells you how much money you have in there, what your all-time gain or loss is. And then you have this option on the third little bubble to the right, which says Withdraw. Withdraw just means take your money out. And then it behooves Acorns, and typically it behooves us to keep our money invested, but we realize that for whatever reason we have, it's a good enough reason we want to take the money out now. So no, Acorns, we don't want to pause our investments, just to address the concerns they bring up here. If markets are down, withdrawing your money locks in losses. That's 100% true. And that's typically a mistake that we make. If that's actually the reason you're taking money out, is you see that your account is down, like overall, like, oh no, it's down, I don't want to lose money. That's probably not a very good reason to actually take it out, in my opinion, because in the long term, the kind of things that Acorns typically invest us in allows long-term growth to happen. So if you've only been investing with them for a year or two or less than that, then you probably just don't have enough time in it enough for the market to grow. So if that's the reason, probably not a great one. Withdrawing definitely will take 3 to 6 business days to process. Just a slow thing. They're selling several investments. They're taking that cash. They're putting it back in your bank account. It takes like a week. So plan on that. So if you need the money quicker than that, it's probably not a great reason to try and get this out of here, because if you need the money like tomorrow, you're not going to get it. And then the third thing that they list out here is there may be tax implications if you withdraw. Technically there are, but really what that means for most of us is that you'll just be taxed on your gains. So if you had $10,000 invested and it grew to $11,000, you take all that out, you would be taxed on that $1,000 profit. So it's not like it's a world-ending thing. They're just wanting you to know that there could be consequences if you've lost money, or if your account is technically you didn't lose money until you withdraw the money. But if your account is down, if it's in like the negative, like mine was whenever you saw that screenshot, then it really just means that you don't have any tax implications to worry about because you lost money. There's no profit to tax you on. Does that make sense? Since we've decided we do want to withdraw, let's go ahead and do that now. Continue to withdraw. Then they say, take out however much you want. So for me, let's say I'm going to take out $500. Instead of going into my bank account, I want to put it into the Acorns checking account so that then I can move it to the Acorns emergency fund account. But that's just my own method. So for you, depending on what you have options here to transfer to, maybe you want to transfer it to 1 or 2 different places. You can pick that now and hit done. And then you hit review, and it gives you one more confirmation because they really want to make sure that you want to take this money out. So to confirm the withdrawal, it just goes through all the same information you just put in. You can hit withdraw. Boom. Oops, something went wrong. Try again in a few minutes. For me, it's not really going to work, I don't think, because it's 8:48 p.m. Stock market's been closed for a while. Nothing can really happen right now. It's not business hours. Then after you complete that part of the process, basically what happens is Acorn's going to go in there, do what they do on their side through their investment service. The money is going to land back into the account that you picked there. So it could be your bank, it could be your Acorns checking, whatever it is. But all of that process takes a few days each. So I would plan on at least 2 days for each of those things. 2 days for the investments to sell, 2 days for the cash to actually land in your account and be usable. You may even see it there on a statement beforehand, but it could say like pending or deposit initiated or some other bank verbiage like that basically says, we know the money's coming, we know how much it is, but you can't touch it yet. That's just the way the financial system works. It's kind of a bummer. It's very slow, but that's how it goes. All right, now let's go through the process of doing that on your desktop computer. And after I show you how to withdraw this from your actual like laptop, desktop situation, if that's more comfortable for you, I'll share with you why I took out $20,000 from my own Acorns account and the impact that had on our net worth. Yikes. All right, let's get into Acorns now. Log in. Of course, I forgot my password. Let's try it again. All right, and we're in. So this is what it looks like whenever you get into your Acorns account on desktop. It's similar to what you see on the phone. I don't think they put a whole lot of time and effort into this website to make it anything unique or give you that many more features, but it's got what you need in there, and it shows you almost exactly the same things the phone does, just in like a side-by-side view instead of scrolling all the way down. So whenever we click into our investing tab here, we can see similar information to before, our invest account, our later account, our early account if we're using that. And then to withdraw, we do a very similar process to the phone. We click invest, and then way up here at the top, can't really see it very well. Right at the very, very, very tip top, it's got a withdraw button. And you can see I actually already did this earlier today. I started this withdrawal of $1,500. And so that is actually the reason why I couldn't do this withdraw earlier, is because I would have overdrafted my own account. I just forgot that I already set that up. So it's going to be a similar thing here to the phone. Continue to withdraw, type in the amount you want, $5 minimum, bada bing, bada boom, ready to go. For me, I'm going to back out because the reason I'm putting that $1,500 elsewhere is I'm going to put it in the emergency fund. So if I click into banking, the emergency fund is right here, and you can see that's giving me 5% APY right here in the middle. Love me some APY. I don't have the Mighty Oak card yet, so it's on its way, but I'll make another video whenever I do get it and activate it and can actually start using it, tell you what it's like. And don't get me wrong, in the long term, I believe in investing more than I believe in a high yield savings account, which is basically what this emergency fund is. The fact of the matter is that right now interest rates are just so darn high that to get this 5% and have it be totally risk-free, insured from the US federal government and all of this stuff, it's like, how do you not just take that? I mean, the stock market's done really well this year. If anything, I made the right move to have this money invested up to this point, because I think the S&P 500 is up like 17% year to date, which is incredible. But for us, we know that we're going to spend some money coming up here. And so just moving that money into the emergency fund for the time being, just how it goes sometimes, you know? You moved your money, I moved mine, makes sense. Okay, on to the life story of why I took money out of Acorns. So just a few months ago, I had to take money out of Acorns to pay for a major home renovation. So we had old cast iron sewer piping in our home built in the early 1970s. And let's just say that when you have cast iron pipe that's over 50 years old, there ends up not being very much pipe left. And so that was about $14,000 just to the plumber. And then I decided to redo a closet and turn it into a pantry for us. So that was another couple $1,000s, and then miscellaneous other things that kind of were going along with this repair, you know, tile work to patch the floor and things like that. It all ended up being basically close to $20,000, but I think it was worth it because now we have working plumbing. And check out this awesome pantry that I built. We actually used some Harry Potter wallpaper here because we're Harry Potter nerds, and I just think it turned out really good. We just used some plywood, made our own shelves, had a buddy come in and tile the floor. I mean, most of this stuff, I installed the light, I installed the wallpaper, I installed this awesome pot rack. Like the whole thing was just me doing most of this myself. And I think it adds value to the house. I think it adds value to our lives because it's a lot more convenient to have this pantry than not. But what's the impact on our net worth? That's the question, right? We had $20,000 liquid, essentially, invested, gaining equity over time, paying us dividends, doing all the things we want to have our money invested for. And I ripped it out of there and threw it into our house. I would like to think that the value in our net worth is still there, because now if somebody buys this house from us, then they can go, hey, they already paid to replace the plumbing. That alone is worth 20 grand, let alone the pantry edition. Maybe that's wishful thinking. I feel like if I'm shopping around this neighborhood and I camera the sewer lines and I realize that, like, hey, these sewer lines are trash versus the other house over here where they're brand new, that's a lot of added value for me. I think in certain situations like that, it could make sense to withdraw from investing. But also some people here online and that watch my videos pointed out, like, you could have got a brand new credit card with a 0% interest rate for 18 months and slowly paid the thing off and kept all your money invested. Touche, guys. I'm not saying that I always know the best answer to everything. I think by and large, you guys are a pool of knowledge that we can all kind of communicate together and figure out things. The only way I have to do that right now is in the comments section, but you know, we could do that. So I'm actually contemplating, because you guys have had such good feedback in the past, contemplating just getting your opinion on things that I want to go ahead and do in the future. Like here, for example, this week, I'm buying a brand new truck. What I see is car interest rates are so high that I should probably pay cash. I might make a separate video about this. You may see it. I'm tempted to pay cash because otherwise I'm paying a 6.5-7% interest rate. And to me, if I pay cash, I'm not being charged 6.5 or 7%. Instead, I can just keep that money and not lose it to interest. So it's like you're gaining 6.5 or 7%. It's like that opportunity cost kind of math. I'm not going to make any money from it, but I'm not losing money from it. So I may just pay cash for the truck, or nearly cash, you know, finance 10 grand or something. But what do you guys think about that? That's the essential secret comment word for the day, more of a secret comment sentence or two. Would you pay cash right now with interest rates so high? Or would you go ahead and finance it and just bite the bullet and it is what it is? Because then you can have more of your cash working for you, or I could have more cash invested. Let me know what you think. All right, thanks. See ya. Bye.